For those who enjoy when cinema makes them question their sanity, definitely add these films to your watch list. Ari Aster's 2023 film Beau's Afraid is a dizzying film that's more message and metaphor than plot and dialogue. It centers on a sheepish, incapable, lonely man named Beau, played by Joaquin Phoenix. His journey begins when he misses a flight to see his mother, portrayed by Patti LuPone, but soon spirals into a series of out-of-control events that resemble a waking nightmare. Follow this with an insanely nauseating monster reveal, plus major plot twists, and you have audiences stumped. The themes of the film are not hard to grasp. Beau's Afraid is about guilt, gaslighting, and childhood trauma. Aside from that though, absolutely nothing is clear. We know the film is about a man named Beau and that he is very, very afraid, but for good reason. He doesn't know what in the world is going on, and neither do we. Then there's 2022's Skinamarink, one of the creepiest and most frustrating horror movies ever made. It follows two children who wake up in their house with the lights off, their parents gone, and paranormal happenings occurring. The film is nearly impossible to follow, not in the traditional sense of a complicated plot, but because there's very little to hang on to. This is not a failure on the part of Canadian writer and director Kyle Edward Ball though, but rather intentional. The film is shot from a child's eye perspective, with little to no lighting, and overlaid with the soft and incoherent whispers of the children. However, this directorial style is the reason why Skinamarink is so unsettling, at least in a traditional horror movie. You know who or what your enemy is.
Here's Johnny!
You know what the worst case scenario looks like, and you probably have a few plans for how to avoid it. In Skinamarink, you have no idea what you're in for, or what could be lurking around the corner. 2016's A Handmaiden is a psychological thriller and romance that takes up the class and social commentary of Parasite, but meshes it with an erotic and complicated love triangle. Set in the 1930s in Japanese-occupied Korea, the film follows Suki, a pickpocket who gets roped into a money-grabbing scheme by a fellow conman. The plan goes that Suki will become the handmaiden of a rich heiress, Lady Hideko, whom she will convince to marry the conman. Once wed, they will have Lady Hideko committed to an asylum and steal her fortune. This plan seems to go smoothly at first, but is disrupted when Suki begins to fall in love with Lady Hideko. This is only the first of many twists to come, as love, revenge, and greed all take hold of each central character. The story is told in 3 parts, so every time the plot becomes clear, the film takes a sharp left turn, leaving audiences with severe whiplash. Anything that is revealed must be questioned, leaving audiences just as skeptical of the film's version of events as the characters in the film are of each other. But perhaps the real plot twist is that none of these movies were ever meant to be fully understood.